Chris Sebastian here, and you are hanging with me and Mikey on the Random 30.
It's so hard to get to love. Why is it so hard to get to love?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, right. Whereabouts are you?
I'm just in my home studio in Sydney.
I was going to say, it looks very studio-ish.
Yeah.
It looks wicked.
Dude, man, I just finished building this.
Really?
Actually, yeah. So we at the end of last year, we managed to get a place just before things in Sydney got ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we found this, man. I can't even tell you. Like, we just got so lucky. We got this place with a big granny flat out the back, and so I've pulled it down to the studs and soundproofed it and turned it into a studio.
Oh yes, it sounds good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you're ever around this way, it's a good space.
Yeah, right. Sounds nice, man. You get water views, or you don't get the water views?
Water views of the pool, which is nice. But,
At least there's water views.
Yeah, we're probably about 3 minutes from the water.
Okay, well, kind of water,
yeah,
kind of.
Not too far, so we can't see it from here, but we're not far.
Nothing like your brother, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Oh, yes. We talk about it quite often when he comes on the show. And I've never met a man that's so excited about building a house.
And here's the thing about that, though, right? He didn't just go straight to that. He's been working towards this for a really long time. He's been real smart and played the real estate game, and he built his dream house when he was ready to build his dream house, and that's why he's excited by it, man. And like, I mean, you've obviously witnessed it. His passion for it is.
He was telling us, I think the last time we spoke, how excited he was even getting on Pinterest and having an argument with Jules about what door handles are we going to have. And we heard all about it. It was so funny.
100%, but it was constant. Like, he lived on Pinterest.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But now, funny enough, now that we've bought a place and we've gutted this place, and I built this studio myself. So I pulled out all the walls, took the roof off.
Yeah.
Got in, took the rafters out. I love working with my hands. So a lot of that, 95%. I did all the electrical. I did.
Are you an electrician as well?
No.
Okay.
So technically, I didn't say that. But no, look, I love, I got a bunch of mates who are tradies, and so I've learned things over the years. And I did a bit of carpentry out of high school. So built all the windows and did all that kind of stuff. So
did Guy help you?
Loved it. Done all the floors.
Yeah. Are they timber floors?
Yeah.
Oh, I love timber floors. Yeah. Epic.
Yeah.
It looks so good. So good.
It's great fun.
Mate, thanks so much for the chat.
Man, thanks for having me.
Love the brand new single. We're going to get to that because I got some questions about it. But let's go back with you, and I guess we'll start off with a little sneaky bit of fun. What competition is it between you and Guy?
You know what? There is competition, but not in music like most people would assume. Where the competition happens is sport. So Guy was easily one of my not only now closest friends, but growing up, he was one of my biggest sort of I can't even think of the right word, championer. So he was always no, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And so he's always I got two older brothers and one younger brother, but both the two older brothers have always been the most motivating people. So they're always pushing us to do things. So with Guy, Guy's a freak cricket player. People not a lot of people know that.
Cricket?
He's a really great cricket player.
I only know about golf.
So golf is what I was going to bring up next.
Yeah.
So that's where we compete the most, is golf and cricket. So whenever we're playing sport, that's when we get competitive. But with music, it's just all love and support. But
so what happens if the other wins? What happens to the loser?
Look, honestly, it's all support again. we both know we both of us we tend to be known to throw the odd golf club when things don't go right. um, we do love a bit of a tantrum on the golf course. That's for sure.
Who doesn't love a little tanty?
Yeah. No, we've broken clubs. We've one that I love, and this is I love that this happened. We were playing at a golf course called St. Michael's, and this happens to both of us. I definitely don't want it to seem like this is just me saying something about Guy.
Give me anything with Guy and I can give it to him next time we chat. So just give it to me.
No, look, it was just this particular day, because I definitely have days like this, but this particular day he wasn't playing great. And he's got these golf clubs where it's part of a deal, and they're very expensive. So like you treat them with respect. He got angry and he threw it. And I saw where it went. He didn't. And but I saw where it went, but I also saw where it didn't come back down. So he's thrown it, and like a super expensive golf club, up into the trees, but it stayed up in the trees. But it's not a small, like, we're not talking like jump and reach it or like get another golf club. Like we had to scale this tree in order to go.
Are we talking like a gum tree, a tall, massive?
Oh, like a proper high tree. To go and collect this golf club that we were definitely not ready to lose. So,
and how did you get it?
I literally climbed like a child, climbed up, scaled from branch to branch to get this golf club. Yeah.
And that's
it was
the
just
golf
by
clubs.
chance that we found it. Like it was a borderline rainforest that he threw it into. So
did you just laugh when you got it? Like, because you've now got it. Did you laugh, or what happened?
I did.
Yes.
I did, because it was very funny. He was still not over the fact that he wasn't playing his best. Yeah, but it was great. It was so fun.
That is funny.
I mean, I love playing golf with Guy. It's the fun. We both are competitive, so it's really great.
On a serious note, are you getting much of that time together? I mean, because he's got a busy schedule, obviously at the moment, but are you getting that time together?
Yeah. Normally we do. I mean, he's filming The Voice at the moment. So like his schedule is jam-packed. And for me, I've got a single out. So I've not played golf now for 4 weeks, which never happens, man. Like that.
Whoa.
That's not. I'm obsessed. Like it's I need to see a professional about my problem of obsession with golf. My Instagram feed is all just golf stuff.
Just golf.
My wife turned over yesterday. It was probably 2 a.m. She's like, why are you awake? And she looks over at my phone. I've got like the PGA Tour Instagram page open. I was just watching highlights.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's something wrong with you, babe. Seriously. Like, yeah, I get it.
So you're completely obsessed with golf. He's completely obsessed with building a house and door handles and what doorknobs and everything else he's going to have.
Exactly.
We haven't spoken, Guy and I, when the house had finished being built, and I've got something to get on him about it when we chat again. I've never met a man that is so excited about blinds. I saw it on his Instagram. Yeah. Like, man, they're just blinds. And he was beside himself.
But try sitting there when because he's got this little thing on his phone where it automates them and they drop down from the ceiling and come down, which is amazing.
Yeah,
I just don't care as much as he does about them. So he's like, no, check this out. Like, sick. that was awesome.
That's great.
Let's
move on,
Guy. But no, he's super proud of him.
Yeah. I bet he. I mean, it is a very nice house, and good on him for being able to build his dream home.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that is a cool thing.
It up and worked. He worked for a really long time to be able to do it. So
I'm sure you're going to be doing the same thing very soon.
Look, that's
the little cottage you're in right now, mate. I'm sure that's not going to be long term.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mate, let's talk about The Voice last year. I know for many years, and we've seen you on the telly and in media, and you've been working really, really hard.
When you left me, there would be nothing to forgive.
That moment when you walked on stage at The Voice, be honest, did Guy know you were actually auditioning?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you don't have, like I said, we're brothers, obviously, but we're also very, very good friends. And we wanted to navigate. So we had discussions about, all right. Because I like, for me, the motivation was my daughter. So my wife was pregnant at the time, and I was actually moving to the States. I didn't want to, like, it wasn't something. I got offered a deal in America, and I walked out of LAX. So I went over there sort of like the end of last year, end of the year before. And I remember walking out of LAX and going, I can't raise my kid here. Like I don't want to do that. So I was devastated, man. But I like you said, I've been trying to do it for a really long time.
Yeah.
I just haven't been able to get, like, Australia's a small place.
Yeah.
And so when there's two brothers doing the same thing, and we have a different sound, but like, I think that was a little bit hard for certain people to get past. And I was super defeated. Like I'd been trying for a really long time and it wasn't working. So the voice was like a last ditch effort for me. Otherwise I was moving to the States. And so I obviously talked to him about it, and we sort of navigated and we had a chat to the producers, and we're like, look, I'm like, first of all, I said, I'm not choosing Guy. Like, I'm not going to play into any storylines. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play a game here. I'm going to go on TV and I'm going to sing as good as I can. And hopefully that's enough. And that's honestly what I did. And so that was the discussion that I had with Guy. And he just said the same thing. Is like, if you sing and let that be, your storyline, let that be why you're here, then no one can say anything. And that was what we did.
And it showed that you were there for good reasons, and you didn't want to cause the headlines. I mean, there were headlines, I guess, after the show. The fact that you won and Guy was there, and was it rigged and was it not? But the votes voted how they came through. Like,
and I can honestly, and I'm saying this with 100%. I didn't think I was going to win.
The winner of The Voice 2020 is Chris Sebastian!
I honestly, hand on my heart, I thought that people wouldn't vote for me because they thought, well, he's got his brother can help.
Yeah.
Which is not the case, by the way. That's not how music works. It's as beautiful as that would be, it's not how it works. Like I've obviously had advantages in some areas, but I've had a number of disadvantages, which have been incredibly hard to navigate and try and get through. But hand on my heart, I didn't think I was going to win. So when my name was called out, and I don't know if you know much about the filming process for 2020, but we actually filmed 4 endings. So we didn't know.
Okay, I didn't know this. This is interesting.
We each had to film a version. So it was only, I think there was like a 3-day delay. So it was all filmed live. Everything was done live. But for the finale, we filmed it and did 4 alternate endings. So we each did a version of us winning, which isn't glamorous. So like, I mean, we had to, like, one person would win and then we'd wait and they'd have like the vacuum cleaner out on stage cleaning up the confetti, and then it was a time to reset and we would do our turn. And so like, it was a full on thing. So I found out that I won when everyone else found out on TV. So I was actually, there's a video on my Instagram. We're at Guy's place just with the family, and we found out at the same time, and both Guy and I are like, what do you mean? Like,
so the actual grand final itself wasn't actually live as such?
No, so it was filmed live 3 days earlier.
Okay.
So obviously the way that and the reason why they do that is so the grand final will air.
Yes.
And then they've got that 24-hour window for people to vote. So
sure.
So the performance that we did goes to air, people vote, and then the next day they play the episode of whoever gets the most votes. And so that's how the whole thing works last year.
Geez,
so,
you want to make sure you play the right episode.
Yeah.
Wow. Exactly. Imagine that person's job.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I do know that they had 30 seconds to hit the right episode. So between the voting lines closing and announcing, they had 30 seconds to go, yep, okay, that person won, let's go.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I love that stuff. I love the behind the scenes, how it all works. Like, it's all, we see it on TV and it's amazing and it looks incredible and stuff. But I just love how behind the scenes, how that all comes together. Geez, you want to make sure you hit the right button. Oh,
yeah,
God.
exactly.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Talking of winning and stuff and those headlines, I mean, I'm sure it's pretty hard for you and for Guy. How did you guys process that and go, guys, this is legit. Nothing was rigged just because Guy's my brother or Chris is my brother. This is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you,
and that's part of the conversation that we had before the show. Guy was like, look, he was, I don't know if this was intentional or like he kept on hinting is like, dude, it doesn't matter if you don't win. Like that was something that he kept on saying. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Shut up now. But no, we talked about the fact that, you know, if I did win, there could be potential for that. But at the end of the day, the show, like the voting's not done by Channel 9. It's not done by The Voice. They've got to, by law, go to a third party. And I think it's...
We see that in small print, don't we? At the bottom, like
So
something
I'm trying to
line.
remember the name of the firm. I think it was like, was it Simon and Gordon or something like that? It's an accounting firm that essentially verify. So it's an outside source. So like there's no way of rigging it. But not only that there are always going to be people that thought that. There are people that thought that they thought that coronavirus was due to the 5G. Like there are going to be there are weird things that people think all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, I can't control it, man. Like all I can do is just try and like I was just grateful. I was shocked. So I was just trying to be gracious and show everyone how honored I am and grateful for it that I was.
Did you feel winning The Voice? Did you feel in yourself? I mean, it's all exciting winning the show, I'm sure, no doubt. But did you feel in yourself that this hard work has paid off finally? Finally, all my many years of singing, trying to make it, trying to do it. You know, when you've got Guy who's doing it as well and he is being successful and you just gone, I can breathe. Yeah.
Do you know what it was? It was, I've been saying for a really long time, and I like in conversation with managers and different industry people, I was like, if they would just give me a chance, if they would just look at me for long enough and give me enough of a time and enough of a platform, I feel like I could bring them on board. I feel like I could win them over and let them see that there's more than just the last name to me.
Sure.
And so that's what it was for me. That for me was like a moment of acceptance. Like I was finally being accepted by the public, by the industry. I was finally being accepted by the people whose acceptance I was trying to win. And that was the biggest part for me, because it felt like I was finally at that point where people were going to look at me for more than just that. That's always going to be a thing. I'm always going to be Guy's brother, and that's something that I wear with honor. Like like I'm incredibly proud of him and what he's done, and for who he is, to me and in my life. But I'm not trying to escape it. I'm just trying to see. I just wanted people to see that there's more to me than that. Wow. I feel like The Voice did that for me.
What would happen for you if you didn't win The Voice? Where do you think you would be? Because that was a possibility. Where do you think you would be?
It's really hard to say. I think COVID, with COVID factoring in, it would have been really, really difficult for me to stay visual. It would have been really hard. I wouldn't be able to go back to the States. Now, like imagine it in this scenario. Imagine if I didn't do The Voice and I took that deal in the States. I would have had to have moved back home with a young family and essentially, like, I don't think we're even going to be back to the States this year. So there's 2 years that I would never have gotten back had I made a different decision and chosen to not do The Voice and to go there instead. So I'm incredibly grateful that worked out the way that it did. But without The Voice, I'd still be trying. I mean, I don't think I've got the DNA to stop trying. I think I'm too stubborn for that.
Well, I mean, it's like anything in any industry. You put in to get out of it. Like if you don't keep going and keep busting and keep punching along, don't expect success. It's one of those things. Right. And finally for you, it's paid off. Finally. I mean, come on, mate. It's only taken you how long? I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. It took longer than I thought, but I'm just glad I'm here now.
Yeah, we had Johnny Manuel on the show this week as well.
Awesome, I love.
And we were actually talking about you. And he was like, oh, yeah, up against Chris, he can sing as well. And then I'm like, yeah, but you can also sing as well. So it's kind of a hard situation. He admired what you did. How did you feel about being up against Johnny, who's done Eurovision in the past and America's Got Talent and then The Voice last year?
Look, I think Johnny is one of the most talented singers I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I think, and the reason why, not only, like, people need to know, Johnny and I are really good friends. We were talking this week. Like, I love Johnny. I've got all the time in the world for him. And so for me, being on a show with Johnny, man, it kept me on my toes. Like there wasn't a, like, I love The Voice. So I've watched it, and I've seen, I think that this 2020 was the most competitive year, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I was on it, but I was saying the quality of singers in 2020 was crazy. But having someone like Johnny on the show, I did 3 hours a day of vocal exercises every day.
Wow.
From the start of from The Voice to the end of The Voice, 3 hours every single day, 7 days a week. I did that so that I could compete. And I did that so that I would be, like, no one would be able to say to me, you weren't the best singer, or like you don't have as good a voice. I worked as hard as I could so that I could compete. And that Johnny made me do that. Like, having someone like Johnny on the show required, like, that's what I felt like I was required to do, to be able to stand, toe to toe.
Wow. And just goes to the hard work.
It does. And and having someone who's working hard and doing his own thing, definitely helps. But that's what we need, man. Like, imagine the world if there was only a couple of people trying. Like, I mean, I love that there was that kind of challenge. It just made the experience, and for me, it made winning all the more special to me.
The fight finally pays.
Yeah.
Mate, let's talk this brand new single, Hard to Get to Love.
It's so hard to get to love. Why is it so hard?
Interesting song title. I'm going to have a crack at this. Are we talking about getting into a relationship where you want to say, I love you, but it's hard to get to that moment? Am I close?
That's close. It's close. So Hard to Get to Love is about picking picking the wrong people, like, over and over and over again.
We've been there.
It's like being But that's why I resonated so much with the song, because I was like, man, everybody knows what that's like.
Yes.
Constantly going after the wrong people, and even as for myself, trying the same things in relationships and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
I'm a very like, heart on my sleeve kind of guy, where I'll go all in pretty quickly. Like, not like, I'm not telling them I love them on the second day. I'm not like a weirdo.
No, wait till the third one, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta wait. But like, I'm a very like, I go in. So
yeah,
I want to make it as great as I can, as quickly as I can, and so. But that formula, it doesn't work unless you're with the right person. So and that was something that I'd experienced as well. So it's trying the same things in relationships and expecting different results, and just always getting really close to it being enough in a relationship, but then like, nah, it's not, and you guys break up, and that's where the song came from.
So it's all about personal experience.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
absolutely, it is.
What does the wife think about the song, knowing that you've been through this and now we are love and we have family?
And that's the tricky thing. So for me to write the songs, I didn't write this song. This song was actually pitched to me 2 days after I won The Voice. But I loved it instantly. And for me, it's weird for me. I've never released a song that I haven't written. But I resonated it with it really quickly. But the thing with, like, I've been with my wife now so we've only been married for 3 years, but I've been with her for 10.
Wow.
So I haven't got like breakup stories from recently. I don't have, like dramatic stories. So, she's whenever there's a new song that comes out, she's kind of just across it. She goes, yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. Yeah,
that's good that she gets that.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was on set when we were doing the film clip, and just laughing. I'm a doofus, man. Like when it came to like interacting with the other girls, I was like, I couldn't touch them. I felt so awkward doing those things. And so she was on set. She's the least jealous person on the planet. And so she was just sitting there laughing, knowing how uncomfortable I was in that scenario. It was great.
Oh gosh. So this was pitched to you 2 days after The Voice.
Yeah.
And we're hearing it now.
Yeah. So that's how long it's taken to get out. So like navigating COVID was very, very tough. You know, trying to find a time, especially. It's not like I can at the drop of a hat go, yep, let's release a song. And I wish it was like that. That'd be great. But I'm answering to a record label who are doing market research. They're looking at the radio and they're finding the right slot to make things work. And that's when we were able to make it work.
Interesting you say that, because a lot of artists that I've spoken to, you know, through the COVID and coming at the end of it, Aussie and international, they've had the same thing. They didn't know when it was the right time to release their song. They wanted to release it to give their fans the joy and the happiness of a new song, but it's kind of like, whoa, we're in a pandemic and it's probably not at the right time. It's been hard.
You can't play shows. You can't really do promo. Like we weren't able to go out and do sort of like the normal thing when you're doing like what we're doing now. You know, we're able to do this via Zoom, which is amazing. But with PR, like you're normally going out and you're doing, you know, all these different TV shows and news appearances, and you go into events to sort of be seen. You can't do any of that stuff. So a lot of the resources that you have when you're releasing a single are kind of gone.
Yeah, it's madness, isn't it? Like what everybody, but of course in your industry, in the music industry, the things that you couldn't do and just go, I want to release the song, but I can't promo it. I can't perform it anywhere.
Exactly.
I can't.
When you've been seen by that many people, you've done a show like that, you want to go out and you want to play as many shows as you can. And that was really hard. It was really, it's been really hard to capitalize from something like winning The Voice when you can't be as visible as you normally would be in a non-COVID environment. But
it's a very strange period for the majority, well, I guess all of us in the world that have gone through this and our careers and stuff like that. But I mean, hopefully everything goes to plan. We know Brisbane's in a bit of a situation at the moment, man. but if we can kind of get, you know, over that and we can keep going the way we're going. I know New South Wales is looking good for, you know, for easing of restrictions. What are the plans for you for 2021? What are you hoping for it to happen?
Yeah, look, so we got tours planned. So we got 4 singles and an EP that comes out this year. Nice. And we've got an album that comes out at the very start of next year. So I didn't want to release an album straight away. I know a lot of people do that, you know, sort of post the show and there's lots of covers on there. I didn't want to do that. I think that I want to give people music that I would be really proud to play at shows.
Yeah, is that some from The Voice, the covers?
Yeah, so that came out straight away, sort of as soon as the show finished. I wouldn't really call it an album. It's literally just the performances from the show.
Sure.
So like an album of original songs, I didn't want to do that, you know, too quickly. And I wanted to like basically just give people a test of what's to come. And that's why the EP is going to come out as well. It's like, hey, this is what the record is going to sound like. Just get ready. So
but that's a good thing though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So that combined with 2 tours for this year so far, that's what we've got planned.
Wow. Outstanding. So are we talking maybe mid to the end of the year for the tour?
Yeah, I think we're looking around May.
Because I think we've got dates in, is it Adelaide and Billawheeler?
Yeah, so there was, I had to cancel an Adelaide show, which was devastating. I had gastro last week.
Oh, yeah, that was actually 4 days ago, the Adelaide edition.
That was devastating. Like, I was so excited because that was the first show since The Voice that I had my band.
And you had to can it.
I went to the doctors and they wouldn't give me clearance to fly, which was devastating.
Oh, no.
But no, I got the Music is Life music festival in Queensland in July.
Billawheeler.
and Bill Wheeler, and but before that, we'll be touring.
Nice. So that means before July.
Yeah.
Borders stay okay. COVID stay okay. Don't just cross everything.
Yeah.
Cross everything.
We're just looking at Brisbane going, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Mate, it's happened. It's happened, which is such a shame. But look, you got to do those things to get on the good on the other side. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Australia's been so good at that. We've sorted it out quickly, and that's why we can get back to what we're doing.
Yeah, I think, it's been very sad for the world, but I think Australia has done very well. And you get the odd,
incredible,
the odd idiot, let's call them. But realistically, the majority have gone, I just want to get back to normal.
100%. It takes courage, man. Like on a leadership level, it takes courage. They did what they knew had to be done, even though it was an unpopular decision. And hey, we're where we are because of those people being
exactly. You can't please everyone, as I say.
Yeah, exactly.
And those leaders, they did things that didn't please everyone. Well, they're trying to do the right thing. And look, we got back to normal a lot quicker than what we really could have.
Yeah.
Exactly. Chris, mate, so good to chat with you. We'll get Guy on and we'll tell him all the nasty things you said about his golfing, how bad he was. Mate, thanks so much for the chat. Love the brand new single.
Really appreciate your time.